enough. Good enough. Good enough. I'm gonna go to the DIY. And this is what I'm putting in on there. It's a closed cell foam seal, sponge window seal, adhesive on one side. I haven't decided. I might split the whole fucking thing apart from one end to the other and put foam seal around there because it just rattles and bangs so much in the back. When you're sitting back there, you'd think you're sitting in a 35-year-old jeepney that was on its last legs. And you see the gap going around the roof all the way around. There's my poo-poo rider. All I could afford was quartz halogen bulbs the other day, and the heat's already melting that one. And melting this one there in the top. I've got a couple LEDs on order with Lasada. And this is the back of my poo-poo rider. I've added the little foam blocks here, and over on this side where the lock is, and a couple down at the bottom, trying to reduce some of the amount of rattling this thing does, and it does rattle a lot in the back. It's Sunday, December 11th. This is what happens when Eleco cuts off the power for everybody till 6 o'clock. Everybody's decided to go to the mall. Hey Bob. Can I give a shout out? Shout out? Okay. It's not only because it's the Christmas shopping season, Eleco has shut down until electricity till 6 o'clock. So it's pretty much like half of the province is without electricity, and this is the food court. He asked me if I have oil. It's supposed to be free oil change at 500 kilometers. And here's some other things that annoy me with this thing on that front seat. See, there's no spacers in there on either side, so this thing bangs and rattles like crazy. Another thing is this piece of sheet metal, which I guess pulls the corner down, sticks out. There's a sharp edge on there, and also extra long screws sticking out there, and over top there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that stick out about half an inch beyond the nuts. So if you're ready to get into an accident or tip this thing over and you get bounced around, likely you get your head gashed open on these extra long bolts. Ones on the roof aren't too bad, except for 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And I re-drilled the mounting holes for the mirrors because I can't see anything behind me. So actually, this was the original spot. The one hole was existing. Built another hole, moved it there. bracket on the top right here. He's telling me now to buy oil.
Yes, sir.
The warranty says free oil change.
The warranty, not free oil.
It says free oil change.
No, sir. Service lang. Service free.
Do I have to provide the oil?
Yes.
Okay, go buy the oil. There seems to be a problem translating the word free oil change to free oil. There's another post for YouTube. Another thing I don't like is that rear view mirror. I'm 1.8 inches. I think that's 172 centimeters. So this thing is in my line of vision. It would be better off if it was mounted into the corner over there. Steering seems to be a little bit better on it. I haven't tried it with no hands yet, and I'm afraid to try that. In my first experience, it almost flipped it over. And I took my hands off the handlebars for a moment to grab a bottle of water, which goes into that drink holder, supposedly for a cell phone or something like that. And there's a cup holder. Nothing stays in there. You hit a bump on the road. This is the Philippines, and it's going to come bouncing out of there. And the ride is 10 times more comfortable in the driver's seat than it is sitting in the back. Like I said previously, it's like sitting in the back of a 35-year-old Jeepney. Last night, with the help of my nephew, we took off this spare tire carrier cover on the inside here and put foam rubber underneath where it contacts the metal, and just changed that from a ding 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 to some bump noise, which is a lot quieter than it was before. Sights and sounds of the Philippines. Here's over the dash off, so I want to take a look at what the hell's in there. Okay. Yeah, so that's how the headlight comes out. Oh, this is not a king cab. Is it? Yeah, it is. Somebody's got high-low range and I don't. I was just talking to these guys that were driving that white one with the cargo box in the back. And so details matter. You look at this brand new one sitting there in their showroom. See that backrest? King cab? It's upside down. Yes, he's trying to blow the oil out of the oil cooler. Warning, may be fatal if swallowed and enters airway. May cause eye damage, skin irritation, or allergic skin reaction. May be harmful in contact with skin or inhaled. Don't suck up the oil. Okay, I bought some Firefly super bright LED motorcycle headlight, 6000K white light and 1200 LM brighter beam, blah 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 blah, red, yellow, or sorry, white, yellow, high brightness, high quality, model FIR 1043. This is the bulbs I'm going to stick in there. And take a look at this. I don't know if you can see this. Let me zoom in. This is the top of the inside of the reflector after 3 or 4 hours, a total usage, maybe even less, maybe like 3 hours, about 1 to 1.5 hours each time. And this is the results of using a halogen light bulb in these light fixtures. It's melted the inside of it. That's that. Okay. Okay, I got the headlight assembly apart. This one here that's the turn signal. You can see the bulbs aren't even sitting into their holes there. The white LED lights are on the border. I guess those are the daytime running lights. The screw mount pins are too high, preventing the little LED segment from sitting inside the slot properly, so they don't illuminate anywhere near as much as they should. So I'm going to use my nail file to file down this pin, or I guess that's where the screw goes in. You see it's too high, and one more there, one more here. They are too high, so we'll file those down. Little minor things. I guess there's absolutely no attention to detail. This is a little bit toast. It's been out of shape, so I'm going to try to use some boiling hot water to make the plastic a bit softer and see if I can bend it back into shape. And that's that. Well, that's enough for this segment right now. Zoom out. It's supposed to be straight across and not bent down like this. Okay, another thing I discovered is that the wiring harness here, I just cut a little groove there, even though it made a little hole into the front of the reflector there. A big fucking deal, because there's no light in that little part right here. So give it another go, see if it sits flat now. Okie dokie. Okay, this side here, this is the turn signals. Same thing where the two screws that are holding in are too high. The plastic molding is too high, and then this little piece of flashing left over from the manufacturing process is also way too high, and it's interfering with the side of the LED light, like so. I thought the Chinese are so good on detail. Man, they really lost out on this one. Well, let's hope that maybe from somebody from, I don't know if it's King Cab or SkyGo or whatever, gets their act together. It could be a good product. In the Philippines, they paid a little bit more attention to detail. Well, the quartz halogen light melted the housing. It's out of shape, so I'm going to use, since I'm out here in the Philippines, I don't have my tools, all that equipment that I have back home with me, like a heat gun, and I'm going to try to use the light bulb to soften the plastic. I've tried boiling water, that didn't work, and now I'm going to try, I'm using an 11.1 volt lithium battery that I use for my Roland GR55 synthesizer to try to heat the housing back up, and I have a couple of plastic clamps that I shipped ahead, since I don't use them anymore because I'm retired, and try to see if we can heat it up enough to mend it back into shape. And then put the I fixed up the LED lights, so they are sitting nice and flat for the most part against the frame here. So the bulbs are a lot more forward than they were before, even though they're slightly off center. like I say, it's all in the detail, and it looks like SkyGo is not into the details.